What's up, guys? It's Talia. It is currently 12:17 p.m. Sorry. It's 12:17 p.m. on Monday, December 25th. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Sorry, notification. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you're getting either the time that you want with your family, love, enjoyment, family, friends, or if you're like me, you're getting a nice quiet day of stitching and just TV watching. I'm currently watching the Doctor Who marathon that's been going on BBC. Basically, I think since last Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. They've been playing all of New Who up to the current. They've been playing all of New Who leading up into the Christmas special tonight, and we are in the Peter Capaldi Bill season right now. I'm sorry, I can't keep up with seasons. So I'm really excited for that. 9 p.m. tonight, it's going down. Doctor Who Christmas special. This video is going to be, I'm going to say short-ish, because I don't have a lot of progress to show on things, but I do have a few new stash acquisitions, and of course we're going to finish up the last 8 days of Stitchy Box. I'm going to open those. So let's just get right into it, huh? The first thing I have to show, I actually did surprise myself. I got to stitch a little bit more than I expected to this week, because it wasn't as busy as it should have been. So therefore, I was able to have more alone time, and I was able to actually get some stitching in. Because I was either trying to get some stitching done in, like, before work, or not before work, but like within the first couple of hours I was there by myself before my employees came in, or at the end of the night, if I would happen to send them home early just because it was slower than it should have been. But the first thing I got to work on last Sunday night was the 12th Doctor, and this is by Lolita Made on Etsy. No, you're not seeing things. This is actually the way the pattern comes. It's just in black and gray and white. However, and she does have all of the new Doctors, and I think a couple of the older ones, like the 4th Doctor, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the 1st, I don't remember. But this is my progress on it. I think I was, hold on, let me double check the pattern here. I was on this row right here. Finished this row, and I've got this from this section up, basically. So that's a pretty good bit. I mean, I think that was last Sunday, I believe. Not yesterday, but last Sunday. So either Sunday or Monday. Don't hold me to it. I got that done, and that's coming right along. Ideally, in my mind, I wanted to have this done by basically today, by the Christmas special. As you can tell, that's not going to happen. I also have the 10th Doctor in progress. And before it's all over, I'm pretty sure I'll end up getting the 9th, 11th Doctor, and when she comes out with the 13th Doctor, I'm probably going to get her. You know, because that's just the kind of person I am. And this is done on the, I know you can't tell, but it's done on the 28 count, no, sorry, 32 count Ugana in Beach Walk from Under the Sea Fabrics. This was back when I was getting even weave. So that is that one. And that one night was the only time that I got to work on it. The rest of the time, I decided I wanted to try to put something small in my small bag, so that I would have something I could just pull out and stitch on whenever I got a chance. So I pulled out Spirit of Joy by Brooks Books. It's in a smaller little, what do you call those, mesh envelopes. So it did fit a little bit better into my purse. Because I've mentioned before, I have two bags that I take. My big tote bag is one that I usually take during the week. When I know I'm going to be by myself, I can usually fit several patterns in there, and just have a choice of which one I want to work on when I get to work. I have a smaller, more fancy bag that I take usually like on the weekends when I know there's going to be employees working with me, when I won't get a chance to work on any cross stitching. Because I usually don't keep a project in there, because I think, well, what's the point? But after the first night, when I let an employee go home early, and I was there for like a couple of hours with nothing to do because it was dead, I was just like, yeah, I probably want to put a project in my bag just in case this happens again. And it did. It did. So that's what I put in my bag, because again, it was in a smaller envelope that fit in it. And this this perforated paper has gotten bent up a little bit from being in my bag. But I think I did get into it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna insert a picture of where it was last time you saw it. And this is where it sits at now. I'm trying to do it so where, yeah, there we go. I'm trying to do it so where there's no big glare. I finished both sides of the wings basically. There was a couple more stitches on this side of the pink, and as you can see, I started down here. This is that kind of garland that she's holding. That's where that's at. So that's what I've done on that. This is all white, as you can see. All this, that's a lot of white. That's basically all I did, was I just stitched on white. I would get a few rows in every time I worked on it. So, and it may have been like an hour or so in the morning before an employee came in, and then if I sent them home early, I might get an hour or something in the evening before I left work. So that's basically all the stitching that I got done this week. Not a lot, like I said. As I told you guys, it was going to be a little bit busier this time of year, being Christmas and everything, and it just wasn't as busy as it should have been. And I wasn't the only store to really express that. I wasn't really the only store that noticed that, because I was talking to some of the managers at the other store, and even they were like, yeah, it's not as busy as it should be. But someone did make a comment that people were probably doing a lot of online shopping, and that may be the case. But even as far back as just last year, where it just didn't even come close to measuring up as much as we did last year. And it's just, retail fluctuates like that, I guess. Some years you'll do more, and some years you'll do less, and then the next year you'll do less again. Next year you'll do more. And it's just kind of, it's up and down. So obviously, being today is Christmas, I'm off today. I'm actually off the whole day. My mom called me and she's like, "Do you have to go in today? What time do you have to go in tonight?" I'm like, "No, I'm actually off the whole day. I don't have to go in tonight, like I did on Thanksgiving." So I am taking the opportunity. This is why I wanted to wait. I could have done this update yesterday when I got off work, which I did get off work at 6 o'clock, but I actually didn't get home until about 7:15 because I had to take employee by his apartment, get his girlfriend and his baby, and take all three of them to another place, his stepdad's house, and then I was able to come home. So it wasn't that bad. Took me an extra hour to get home. Not an extra hour, maybe an extra 30 minutes than what I would have gotten home. So I'm off today. I'm off all day today. I'm gonna rest and stitch, like I said, and do nothing, and go back to regular hours at work tomorrow. But we got paid about this past week, and so I bought some things. I kind of got kidnapped by Etsy, and I bought some things. And I bought from quite a few shops. The first shop that I bought from was I Cross Stitch Pattern. It's the same shop that I bought the Peter Pan pattern, full coverage pattern a while back. The first pattern, she's got a couple of different things going on. She has a buy two get one free, and then I think there was something else that she was doing where if you bought 6 patterns, you got like 15% off or something along those lines, but I didn't want to buy 6 patterns. I did buy 2, and then I got 1 free. The first 2, this is going to be one of the ones that I actually bought. This is just like vintage basket roses or something like that. Vintage vase with roses. Got that. For the time being, I've only printed out the cover pages. They are digital PDF patterns. When I get ready to actually start them, then I print out the patterns. And it's usually only a page or 2 at a time. The second pattern that I bought was the Gone with the Wind. She used to have some other patterns that were more like what would be a scenic picture, kind of similar to the way the Thomas Kincaid patterns are, but you could tell like the little figures, the little people in them, it was like a picture of Tara, and then you could see like the people coming down the path or something like that. And then there was a second one that she had that was another like a Gone with the Wind scenery. That's the word I'm looking for. But she doesn't have them in her shop right now. I know I could probably contact her and get those from her, but I didn't feel like doing it right now. But these were immediately available in her shop. So this is the Gone with the Wind. And yes, I can see stitching this up and then putting it in a round frame. And the one I got for free, I got it for a reason. If I start any 3 of these anytime soon, it's probably going to be this one. And it's because once I show it to you, you're going to know why I bought it. Yeah, I had to get this. He reminds me too much of Sam. So. And someone pointed out, I kind of showed all the patterns that I bought, because I bought all these patterns that I'm showing you on the same day at the same exact time. Somebody pointed out that this was like artwork that was done by a specific designer, not a designer, but an artist. He's a graphic artist, and he inputs this fat cat, which I think is the name of basically of the series. He inserts this cat into various famous artwork. like vintage artwork, and and there was a link with a Google search, and I looked through some of them, and they were pretty cute. So this is just one of the designs basically, and I don't remember the artist's name that did this. If anybody's interested, just ask me in the comments and I will look that up. The second pattern that I got, I probably mentioned it before that I wanted this, and this is called Big Ass Sampler by Crafter Dark on Etsy. It looks like a nice standard sampler. Let me read this to you. It says, yes, this heirloom says fuck on it. It also says cunt, twat, and machine washable. I had to get this. And I did go ahead and print out the whole pattern for this because I do plan on starting it next year. Yeah. The pattern itself is only 16 pages. This is a total of 22 pages. So just be warned. She does email it to you. It's not something that's available like as soon as you pay. It does get emailed to you. But 22 pages. The majority of the pages are the pattern, but broken up into small bits. But then you have the last couple of pages, which I noticed this on another sampler too. You have a couple of pages with bigger areas. And she says that in case you just get lost, basically, where you're stitching at. So, just be warned that if you go and buy this pattern, there's a lot of pages. Then we have a pattern that recently came out from our own Lindy Stitches at Lindy Stitches on Etsy. And she recently came out with these two samplers inspired by the show Golden Girls. And it's a show that I've gotten into watching or rewatching recently. I would get up every morning, and while I was drinking my coffee, getting ready for work and whatnot, I would watch Golden Girls on Lifetime. And so I got this one. Out of the two, I was going to buy both of them. I was like, no, I need to scale it back a little bit. I'm just going to get the one for now. I'll get the other one later. I got this one, and this is when I'm going to start in 2018. It says, it's like that old Scandinavian saying, you can lead a herring to water, but you have to walk fast or he'll die. I got this. Yes, Lindy. I'm going to be starting it next year, so be looking for that. I don't know right offhand. Hold on, I'll look and tell you when I'm going to be starting it. I am going to be starting that in May for Mania. I'm going to be starting that in May for Mania. Probably, I think I have it on like the 14th or the 15th, so around the middle of May. And then finally, the last pattern that I purchased on Etsy was from a shop called Teresa Gill Cross Stitch, and it's Teresa Gil Cross Stitch. And that is Princess Grace's Ball Gown. This is a pattern that's been making the rounds. Sorry, I keep forgetting shadows. This is a pattern that's been making the rounds for a while. Occasionally you'll see somebody doing it. You're going to be seeing me starting it in 2018 as well. So I've also printed out the full pattern to this. This one is not as big of a pattern. This is only a few pages, and she does give you the DMC chart as well as the beads. And this one also is broken down into regular, like your regular chart, and then you have like a chart with a larger area of the pattern. So that one is also going to be started. That one will be, when am I going to be starting this? Sorry, I'm looking on my laptop to see when I have this scheduled. It looks like I'm going to be starting this in November probably. Oops, wrong button. Sorry. It looks like I'm going to be starting this in November for the one start that I'm doing in November. So that's all the patterns that I got. Don't worry, I didn't go completely crazy. I do want to show you something that I forgot to show last week. They came in the other week, and I don't know why I forgot to show you, because when I reached for Stitchy Box, I would have been looking right at it. Sorry. And that is, I had my Supernatural boys come in. My Supernatural needle minders came in from the Everyday Stitcher. So now I have all 4 of them: Dean, Sam, Cass, and Crowley. So now I can put these on my boards. I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I did go ahead and hang up those metal sheets that I got at Goodwill. I did go ahead and hang those up on the wall in my bedroom, because my minder collection is getting a little bit more than what the size of my little cart can hold. So, and I have a particular cat that likes to play with magnets whenever he gets a chance to. So I went ahead and hung those up on the wall. Luckily, I still have room on 3 of them. I'm kind of putting them by subject. I have them like by show, and then my Disney princess ones, that type of thing. And then I have like 2 that are like place travel themed, so on and so forth. So I still have I have minders on 3 of them. There's still a little bit of room on each one, but I do have the 4th one hanging up already anyway. So when it gets to that, I still have room. So the last thing I have to do is the last little bit of Stitchy Box. So we're gonna go ahead and open Stitchy Box, and it's getting less and less in here. Where can I put this? Okay. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, there's no Z. Okay, so up until now we've opened up to day 17. So day 18, and Sam is going to help me open. Y'all, he does this all the time. Like, he has to be up all up on me. So So we have some beads, some nice pretty pastel beads. Sorry, he's slipping. Scared he's gonna fall. Okay. Day 18 is Delica seed beads. Delica 11O seed beads. These little frosty mint beads paired nicely with the thread from day 2. The contrast of the pale mint and the vibrant red really pops. So that color you're seeing, that really is about the color of them. They're really pale mint green. Those are pretty. I really like those. Gotta find something for those. Keep little things out. Day 19. This is day 19. Day 19. R&R Reproductions fabric. This is 32 count green tea linen from R&R. It's one of those fabrics that will look more green or more brown depending on what threads you choose to use on it. Perfect for a Christmas project. Interesting. I think I might have a project I could do on this already in mind. It's a little freebie pattern that I was planning to start. A little freebie. It's a little freebie pattern that I was planning on doing on starting next year. I think that might work on that. But we'll see. Day 20. We have bells. Oh, good in there. Day 20, antiqued gold bells. These bells are small enough you can stitch them directly onto a project, or they can be used in finishing. Perhaps you'll want to tie them to the person most likely to sneak up on you while you wrap presents. You can tell. The little tiny antique gold bells. He has a sense of humor. I'm gonna put these in the little package. I think there were 5. Or did I lose one? Oh. I feel like I dropped one. What do you think? Did I drop one? If I dropped one, I'll find it later. Day 21. Big package for little beads. Day 21 is Mayuki 15O seed beads. I can't be the only one who thinks these little Mayuki beads look like tiny cranberries, right? Maybe I'm just still full from Thanksgiving. These are little baby beads. Little tiny beads. They have kind of a, like an opalescence to them. Day 22. In case you're wondering, yes, he's gained a little weight. He spent so much time in that room. Because I've had to keep them separated, he spent so much time in that room. All he does is eat, and he doesn't really have a lot of room to just run around and play and move around a lot. Oh. Ooh, that's pretty. Really pretty. Day 22, Swarovski Crystal Star. Starlight, Starbright. This 12mm crystal star can be used as a blingy focal point on your project. You could always use it to top a staged Christmas tree. It's really pretty. That's really pretty. I like that. I'm just trying to keep these things together. Because what I always do is, like, I go back and then I will redistribute this stuff where I want it to go. But for now, I'm just keeping it all together. We have some gold fabric. Okay, some gold fabric. Day 23, gold sateen for finishing. Just saying the word sateen makes me feel fancy. The sateen fabric has a similar look to silk du peony, but it won't break the bank. Use it for finishing your smalls or lining a little container. I can see that being using to finish a Christmas ornament or something. Possibly. Put that with my other fabric. Day 24. It's another little tightly wrapped one. If I can get into it. Okay. Aww. I always have to make sure that that's it. Where are you going? Oh, that's funny. Where are you going? Look, I don't need your butt in my face. Pick a spot. Day 24. And a little note says day 24. Santa came a day early. Just a Santa charm. Santa came a day early. Look, go somewhere. Go somewhere. Over there. Yeah. And then last but not least, day 25. The other pattern. I wonder what this one's going to be. Ooh. Now I really do like this one. Christmas Advent Countdown Box 2017. Merry Christmas! This chart can be stitched using any number of combinations from the Christmas Advent Countdown Box or using goodies from your own stash. Time to get your stitchy on. This is designed by Lindsay Lane Designs. I like that. It's really cute. I could see you didn't the red thread that they put in here. Cool. So there you have it. That is the last of the 2017 Stitchy Box Countdown Box. I've been going back and forth on whether to continue with Stitchy Box or not. It's not that the stuff is not nice or anything like that. It's a lot of the stuff that I get is stuff that I wouldn't use. At least not to my knowledge would I use it. So the beads are nice. The thread is nice. The little pieces of fabric that you get are nice. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something I'm debating on whether or not I want to continue with it or not. It's not cheap. It's like $40 every 2 months. So, I don't know. I've subscribed to other things in these last few weeks, and so those are things that I'm going to be spending money on every month. And whether or not I'm going to have the money to continue with Stitchy Box or not, it's a whole nother thing. But that's going to be it for this particular video. I am going to be doing my 2018 plans and releasing that sometime today. I still got to get everything together because I'm still kind of like not in process of figuring out everything. I have my list of what I'm going to be planning. I'm still in process of getting together, of putting pattern with fabric, because the floss can always come later. I mean, the only time the floss really comes into play is if it's like a hand dye floss, if it's one of those patterns where you can pick your own colors, and I have a couple of those. So be on the lookout for that. I also still need to do my review of the CXC floss. And I think I still need to do my flip through of the book. I don't know. It's bad when you can't remember what you've done. Because like I feel like I've filmed it, but I haven't actually uploaded it yet. I'll have to look and see. The only other thing I've got to say, the other day I was at the store. You know, I had gone into work and realized that I needed to go back out to the store for a couple of things, just like to the grocery store to grab a couple of things, like as far as to eat for lunch and a couple of things. So sorry, they're both sitting right here. And so I was at the store and I got a message. I got a message from Molly at Everyday Stitcher, and she was like, I need to ask you a favor. And I'm like, what's up? And she was like, well, I know you were wanting to start your own business, but I was wondering if you would be interested in helping out with, you know, the responding to emails and stuff. So, and me and her talk back and forth about it, and basically, long story short, I am now an admin for the Everyday Stitcher, and I'm going to be the one mostly handling the incoming emails from people asking, hey, where's my minders? So that was something that I was very excited about. Alright. That was something I'm very excited about because nobody's ever asked me, like, come to me and asked me to be an admin of a page. No, you can't come up here. And I was just like I'm honored. I really am. Like, that somebody would think of me in that way, because me and Molly have become friends over this past year. And I love her to death. So I'm very happy to do this for her, to kind of help take some of the pressure off of her and the other admins, because she has basically an admin for every part of handling the business except for making the minders themselves. So I'm very honored and very grateful to be a part of this this thing now. So thank you so much, Molly. If you see this, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm very grateful, and I'm honored that you even thought to ask me. So that's gonna be it for this week. I hope everybody has a great Christmas. Stuff yourself silly if you have a big family get together and eat lots of food. I'm just gonna be hanging around the house. I'm gonna be stitching and as much as I possibly can after I get these couple videos done. And have a wonderful Christmas. Have a great week. Get lots of stitching in. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. Dang it.